The muterator struck me. Oh my god, how bad. Pro streamer. Uh, as I joke here. Today we have BOVRIL with us. And oh, hi, by the way, my name's Rose. If you haven't been here before, or if you don't know me and Eve, hi. I do a lot of things. And yeah, I'm on INN, I've done CCP, you name it. Hi. But with that, we have directors of BOVRIL here today. We have Mineral and Tablot. Or Tablet?
Yep, that's it.
Oh, there we go. And I will let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Mineral Melissa. I'm the current CEO of BOVRIL.
Tablot and Zari, and I'm the former CEO.
You are the
I'm more like a
historian.
mascot now.
Oh,
I'm a mascot.
Yeah, mascot and historian for sure.
there we go. So let me kind of start off with I love the name BOVRIL, and it is I think it's absolutely like such an interesting name. How did how was it this name thought of, and where did it kind of come from?
So, before Bovril, there's a corp called Marmite Miners, right? So, and then there's this whole AWOX thing by the CEO or director or somebody, I mean,
Oh
long, long
God.
time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so the people that were left over were like, we're going to start a new corp, and we're not going to call it Marmite, we're going to call it Bovril, which I guess is like some sort of meat paste or something. Both of them, I don't know. I've never had them. I hear they're disgusting.
I mean, I know Marmite's
I
the
haven't either.
an Aussie thing that you spread on bread. Other than that,
Yeah, yeah, and Bovril's the same
yeah.
thing. It's just a different brand.
It's the European
Oh,
version.
Yeah, something like that. So we're literally just like a meat paste just spread on bread.
I can get behind
That's
this.
what it came from.
I can absolutely get behind this. It sounds interesting, even if it is terrible. Um, you are being told, Tablet, pull your mic just a little bit closer. And everybody is your
Oh,
alts.
sorry.
They are all your alts. We have like what, three of your alts in chat? Oh my gosh, man!
Oh,
They're all
you can
just
ignore
you.
them.
That'd be rude. But so now that we got the origin being a meat paste or a spread that one puts on bread, which is very could be delicious, could be not. I think we're kind of on the fence on this. Um, how did
Yeah,
and Bovril coming from a kind of an AWOC situation, it sounds like. Can you kind of give me like how it started and some more history of the corp?
yeah. So after that, they joined Brave, right? So this is after Asakai, but before BTAC R. It was around December of that time, so right in between them. And they joined Brave, and then they lived in the little high sec region in Placid, while Brave lived a few jumps away in Barlicket, right?
Okay.
And then BTEC-R happened, and of course, everything just exploded after that with with Brave newbies and all that craziness that happened. Uh, it was literally nuts. And then so they lived there for a while, and then Brave moved to Catch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so we all went to Catch, took over Catch. That was a great time. Lived there for about a year, and we lived in a system called BuzzDB, and it was one of those active systems in the game. It was ridiculous what it was. People that played back then remember, but that's where we lived, and it was just a few jumps away from Brave staging back then in Catch. And
Nice.
then yeah, it was. That's where it all got started, really. Just joining Brave after BTAC R, and it just exploded after that. And then it rode the wave for a few more years. I mean, Jesus, PL kicked Brave out of Catch, and then we went to went to Fountain with Brave, Then ELO Knight and Black Legion kicked us out of Fountain after that.
No.
Yeah, and then after that, BOVRIL actually left Brave and joined Razor in the CFC. Yeah, and we moved
Yep.
to Tenal. Uh huh.
Hmm.
We stayed in Razor for a while, and and then the what do we call it? The Casino War happened. The very first big
Something
attack on
along,
Goons.
something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, and technically, right as that started, technically BOVRIL was in left Razor and went to Bastion with
Yep.
Caderos for like a day, for like 2 days,
Oh my god.
and then we flipped sides. We betrayed the CFC and Goon Swarm and joined the bad guys.
That is.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that happened. That
Yep.
happened several years ago. Sure did. And we went with Shut Up and Shave and Black Omega. That's who we joined.
And
So
Matthew's
yeah,
all about Suas is sucks. Pass it on. Um,
yeah. So we did that for.
That's
So
fun.
we were, yeah. So we did that for a while. Then I don't know, went crazy. And then around this time in November 2016, right? So
mhm.
we're living in tribute with Suaz and Black Omega and Mercenary Coalition, okay?
Yeah.
And this is when I become CEO. And so, like, they're like, oh, well, y'all got to go. We don't want y'all around anymore. So they kick us out right as I become CEO.
How rude.
So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, well, this is great. So we were filled with just bad actors and alts and people. We were just the corp was just being used as people's like farming alt corp for a while. It just wasn't ran properly. So I took over. We got kicked out. I kicked like 400 characters.
Damn.
Uh, yeah,
That's the guy
and
with a
then
mass
yeah,
kicking.
I did a mass kicking. Just kept people I knew really.
Some
And
mass is an some mass kicking or mass kicking. I mean, I could see it as both. As my
It could be
attempt,
either, you know.
wait,
my attempt to be
well,
witty
at this,
fails, but I understand. Yes.
I could promise you, up until this point in the corpse life, it hadn't done much ass kicking at all. It had been getting its ass kicked.
Fair. So now
So
you're the
then we,
one kicking asses
yeah,
out.
yeah. So after all that, we had a member who's I'll just say his name's Reddick, and he actually we found out he died a couple like 2 years ago or something. So
He did. Rip
yeah,
Rapid.
shout out to him. But he put us in touch with Razor in Providence, right?
Hmm.
So we moved to Providence and lived the what is the rule? Not red, don't shoot or whatever.
Oh,
NRDS. We lived in
In RDS,
NBSI.
yeah, right.
the not red, don't, so you let neutrals live with you in nullsec is how it was.
Yeah, newts are fine. Unless they're not.
Hmm.
Yeah, unless they're hostile, unless they attack you. Yeah, then
Okay.
they can't come back. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
did that in Providence, which you know what, Providence was its own little ecosystem. It was fun. I
It was
enjoyed
very
it.
different and definitely a learning experience, honestly. It was a very different way to play the game, at least that I've ever experienced. So
Yeah, a
Hmm.
lot of people shitted on it, but I actually enjoyed it, and we actually recruited a lot of people in Providence.
we did.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
I thought we did well there, honestly.
yeah. So it was a lot of fun. But I'm gonna let you guess what happened next.
Oh no. Did you get kicked out of
Uh,
Razor and kicked out of Pravi?
no, we got kicked
No.
out of. Well, we got kicked out of. Yeah, we got kicked out of Providence. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
So
remember who it
But
was.
we're
not by our alliance.
Not
Luckily,
by the
that's all.
alliance. No, no, the
oh,
entire
okay.
all
Yeah,
of. I,
Pan Fam stuff.
yeah, PFA came in, kicked. I can't remember what the Providence people called themselves back then, but
Pravi
Property
block.
block or
I guess it was Pravi Block. Yeah, Pravi Block. I
They still
guess.
call
Yeah, just
themselves
kicked all
Pravi
Pravi Block
block
out.
at this point, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they are all kicked out, and we got kicked out with them. And at this time, once we got kicked out, we had because Razor was a very old corp in the game, and it was full of a lot of old players who were really good players, and they just played the game a lot differently than we did. So after we got kicked out, there's a little bit of tension, like what are we gonna do? What do we want to do?
Yeah.
In the end, we reached out to the Goonswarm, the Imperium,
Mm-hmm.
and it had been maybe 2 years since we had flipped sides during the Casino War,
Yep.
and none of the corp leadership was around from back then. They'd
Well,
all
that's
left, and
good.
it was just yeah, yeah. So I um I wrote a very nice letter, uh, basically just naming all of them and giving them all their alts that I knew so they could put them on the blacklist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bent down, kissed the ring, and they let us in. They were gracious enough. I actually gave our corp interview. I sat in the parking lot of a gas station on my cell phone, talking on Discord to what's his name? Sadis, I think it
Status.
was. Yeah, Sadis.
Yeah.
Sure did. And then
Okay.
we joined Goons, and we did the Goon thing for a while, and I don't know how long were we here before I gave up CEO, gave the U mineral. I don't know, a year.
It was in February of 2020 is when you stepped down.
There you
February
go.
17th. I looked for the post earlier, actually. I was curious myself.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So that means you're
And
now past 5 years of being CEO Mineral. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very
yeah,
much.
And
Send cash in lieu of flowers. I appreciate that.
I will send you a 69 ISK. I think that's appropriate.
Oh, perfect.
Maybe
It is
420. Maybe
appropriate.
420. We'll see.
Hey, either, you know.
But so you're here. You're with Goons. Tableau. You step down. You become the mascot, and Mineral takes over as CEO. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So that was in 2020. That's kind of, was this before what would be, I guess, considered World War B2? Or is this kind of during that chaos?
it was
Man, I kind of forget the timing. So before, yeah.
Okay. So so now that I've gotten my brain straight on kind of a timeline here. So going kind of forward from that history, Mineral, can you kind of take over since you've become CEO on the history since then?
Yeah, well, so we had let's see here. As Habit was saying, it was in, I forget what year it was, but whatever it was when PanFam came knocking over Providence. I believe it was for all the structures, right? Because it was kind of just a temporary kick out. They just wanted to take all the sobs so they could unanchor all of the what would be the new Fortizars and stuff. I think that's yeah. So we were just out for a little bit, but like you were saying, we were kind of talking about leaving Severance anyway. Well, Severance and Providence because so at the same time, the big moon mining change came out. You know, Athenors came out, and the whole way that moon mining works came out. And we're as an industrial corp, we were all over it. Like we're very super excited about it. And I mean, not to talk for Severance people, but they seemed very uninterested about it. Like we were trying to make these plans to, it's like, hey, this is how we should, do this stuff, like capitalize on this stuff, and they were really concerned with well, pretty much just gate camping, the was KBP gate or other things like that. Not super industrial focused. And we are like, this is not going to be good for you guys, etc. So then PanFam came and did their thing. So when we were, I think we actually technically did move back in with them, but very shortly. That's when we went to leave. So we were looking for a place that would have somewhere that was more industry focused and things that we actually wanted to do, or at least focus more on because we're an industry corp for sure, but we also, I mean, we like fighting, we like going on fleets. We actually like when people drop on us for mining fleets because if we have our we have our battle procs all set up and it's actually usually a pretty fun fight. But
Mm-hmm.
so knowing that Goons was a good choice as far as like infrastructure, mining, production, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
we wanted to focus on that.
See,
So yeah, so that's how we chose to go with Goons.
and that is awesome. I love the battle proc references as well. As somebody who is
It's so
a
great.
fan of the battle barges, I think it's a classic. I think it needs to be done more. I think it's a great meme, but it's also really fucking useful because those things can be deadly.
It's very useful.
Yeah, when we were in Brave, we used them to great effect and catch. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and actually a little bit more on history. Whatever. So we,
Yeah.
if I recall how it went, is we were thinking goons first, but then there was part of us who were thinking, well, maybe not goons exactly, but we'll go into that, the whole Imperium. So we reached out to, well, we were looking at Slice and also TNT, and we actually talked to Wibbler first for a little bit, and he said, well, you should just go straight to goons. So that's why I said we weren't even originally planning to join goons, but Wibbler recommended that we just go straight to them anyway. So that's how we got hooked up. Like Tablot said earlier, like how we got hooked up with Sadis as far as our alliance interviews, and it was a long interview process because we were blacklisted.
Traitors.
Yeah, traitors. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and even to the point, and even kind of building more on the history of the name and the corp and everything. He asked us, he's like, why don't you guys just reform the corp? It's like it'd be so much easier. You don't have all this stuff, like all this history with you. But I mean, we kind of lean into it nowadays. Well, not nowadays, but we have been for years. Like there's all sorts of jokes, and we assume that most of it is lighthearted. Even if it's not, we don't care. But we lean into it pretty hard. We think it's funny, honestly, because we know we're not them anymore. So
Yeah.
who cares? And plus, who wants to join a corp that's only like a month old or whatever? So
Yeah.
we're just
No,
gonna keep it.
that makes complete sense, and I think it's awesome. And like you had mentioned, hey, you were sitting in a gas station parking lot and talking through this, and none of these people were here still. And I think that it shows, hey, this is who we are. This is where we came from, and yeah, we could reform, but like that. I love the fact of taking it and owning it. And
Exactly.
this is the
It's more
identity
fun.
of the corp, and it's fun. I would definitely agree. I think it's also great because it's
Yeah.
almost of a, what's the meme, kick-assy kind of joking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I think it's great. I think it's good fun. So
It's great. I still won't say it, but I mess with ASCII monthly. No one knows that I do it or what I do, but I know that I do it. And I know that they know it's happening. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. I find it hilarious. It's just
my
funny for
God.
myself.
I
It's
love
the
it.
most petty thing.
It's
It's
it's so petty. And I love it so much. But
You will have to tell me
somebody.
after
Yeah.
we're not streaming because I want to know now.
okay, I'll think about it.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
Somebody
and I
knows
love it.
somebody knows something's going on, but they're like, "What is happening?"
Something,
They're like, "What is this?"
something's
Oh.
happening, and what the fuck? Kind of. Yeah. I love it. So, kind of taking in all of that, taking in the, hey, this is this is a good choice for us because of the infrastructure. What is some of the awesome stuff that BOVRIL does for its members, and are y'all recruiting?
Well, we are recruiting.
Hey.
Hot dog.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
But yeah, no, there's several things that we do. For one, we have a buyback program. I think it's pretty generous prices, I might say.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
structured it not too long ago to be competitive with the area and stuff, but also it's better for to incentivize the court members more as well. But it makes it easier for them. They don't have to. They don't want to do all that market BS themselves. They can just sell it to us, get instant money for a small fee, and just go on ratting and mining and doing whatever. So
Yeah, we do corporate SRP too for people's ships. So, like, if Alliance gives you SRP, we will too.
double SRP.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Who doesn't like
Yeah, fly for profit sometimes.
fly for profit, get double the ship spec, get the ship and then maybe
Yeah.
get the F2 tackle or, F2 E-War, because E-War's life. But, other than,
Yeah.
anyway. But yeah, having that, that ability to easily recoup and go back and go, hey, let's go kick some more ass. Like, I love it.
Yeah, you literally make money when you die. So.
Right.
Don't forget about the biz, is what Sawman said. And I don't know
Oh
if
yeah.
that's,
Oh,
yeah.
there. It was the next thing.
Oh.
So, well, actually, the very next thing. So, so we do regular moon mining. I just checked. We have 16 moons, and I think the reason we have that is on purpose. So, at max pulls, we have 2 moons per week. So, plenty of mining. And then also we have our the BIZ, the BOVRIL Industrial Zone.
Ooh.
Basically, just it's a private industry, group of facilities. Since we can't, we were going to do a studio, but there's rules about that now in the the new regime or whatever. So we just have more efficient and as a combination of Asbel and Retarus and stuff with minimal. I think it's the bare minimum that we have to charge for these complexes as far as taxes go, but
I love
so
it.
members can use that. Yeah.
As somebody who is slightly indie inclined, I mostly just sit and mine and watch YouTube. But if I ever did get the itch to start building things, other than university ships, that would be absolutely fantastic. And that is really good to know. And I love knowing, hey, each of these little groups have their own setup, and I love the BOVRIL Industry Zone. That is such a creative name.
We love it. We like official names for things.
I like this.
And as you were saying, or you mentioned about, if you ever wanted to start industry stuff. So some of the things we do as well, we've been utilizing the corp projects. I don't think we have any currently, or maybe they're about to with what Tablet mentioned before we started. But we have we can set either those corp projects or just other goals in mind, or we can incentivize PI. Everyone do your PI, free money, and so like we have people who build like anywhere in between, like massive, like tens of billions or hundred, whatever, crazy amounts sometimes of production, down to people who like they just make ammo like every week or something like that. And either for themselves or for the corporation, or even if they just want to donate slots, they can just we make a can, put it together for them, and they click start for us, and they can contribute without having to, know too much about it if they don't know it that if they don't know it that in depth just yet. So we try to let people, I mean, not just do what they want to do, but also kind of educate where possible.
I love that, and
They're
I
supposed
love.
to do like free.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Aren't they supposed to do like freelance projects or something? They said at FanFest.
Yeah, they did state that there was a corporation free, like new projects coming that for out of corporation people to help get with recruiting. And somebody forgot to mention, Tablot, that you might have dropped the first Astra House in Eve.
No,
Oh
I dropped
yeah.
the first in nullsec. I couldn't beat the high
Ah,
sec pos. I couldn't beat the pos bonuses back at the time, so I
yeah.
had to because I built in nullsec. But I did drop for the first one in nullsec. I don't know
Hell
what happened to
yeah.
it though. Somebody picked it up.
See, I was chat may have spoiled and mentioned it, and I had to hype you up with it. But so having such a wonderful building area, it sounds like you get new players or newer people who are like me, who I have no idea other than like T1 ships what the hell I'm doing. It sounds like you have kind of a setup that promotes teaching um, industry, and getting people who may have no fucking clue, as I point to myself, what the hell they're doing, and getting them started as like kind of a newbie program.
Yeah, I mean, we try to, like I said, if you know, some people like actively say, "Oh yes, I just want to help. I just want to do something for the corp." Like, what can I do? And you know, if they're just, you know, we usually try to assign, you know, tasks like that if they have the skills for it or the inclination as well. So yeah,
Awesome.
people seem to be interested in it. I mean, we're interested in it too. Like, obviously, we like like-minded people, and we don't only recruit people who want to do industry, but we do put an emphasis on that and give kind of a home for people who want to do that. Not that it's just crabs. I mean, you know, you have to do your participation and stuff like that. But
Yep.
yeah, we try to foster that kind of thing so people can learn and hopefully make some money as well.
That is absolutely fantastic. I love to see it because we've seen groups come through here that are really PvP oriented and really mining oriented, but I think you guys might be the first that offer a like an indie kind of thing where you guys, instead of, you know, the mining or the PvP aspect, you guys are going, "Hey, let's, if you come in and you're new, like, we'll teach you indie." Kind of a vibe is what I'm getting, and I absolutely love that because, like, as in the game, it doesn't teach you much about industry. So I love seeing
Don't know.
a corporation that's like, "Here, join us, come here, let us help you, let us utilize what we have, utilize the biz and all of that," and it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's obviously corps out there, and even in goons too, who do it bigger than us. But you know, we just try to strike that balance of like where you can get your feet wet on certain things. Because usually when we try to do like either like filling contracts or something for ships and doctrines and stuff like that, I mean, we'll make the hulls, we'll make the mods, we'll make the ammo even. Like we'll try to make as much as possible, or at least well, if it makes sense anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, to have things to do, not only to be as profitable as we can, but also the opportunity for other people to do things when they want to. So, and I mean, when we recruit people, we don't, we, you know, we have a questionnaire that asks like, you know, like what kind of industry stuff do you do, or PvP, or what mix, like that sort of thing. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not so much that we only take certain people, like you have to PvP this much, or you have to mine a certain amount. It's just so we get an idea of that person. So we know oh you know this person has, you know, a history of, you know, doing this stuff. They said they do a lot of I don't know, like T2 invention or whatever, so we could
Mm-hmm.
incorporate that into plan stuff like that, or at least just talk about it. So
And it
we
sounds like that
try to use
kind
people's
of
abilities.
also sets up for making sure people are utilizing abilities, making sure, you know, hey, if things need taught, you can kind of fill in the shore up the spots. It seems it's very much also like, and I heard one other corp that did this. It's like, you know, hey, maybe it's also useful for, you know, hey, if for some reason BOVRIL is not the best fit, it helps you guys as directors or your recruitment guys go, hey, we can take this and help you find that right fit. But it really seems like you guys are making sure that you're utilizing everybody's talents, everybody's skills, and helping them make that dank isk.
Exactly. And I mean, you know, like you mentioned, I mean, if Bravo works for them, that's great. But if they move on, I mean, I've given many positive referrals to other goon corps and stuff. So it's not like, you know, we also,
Yeah.
you know, you don't get mad when people leave. Sometimes it's not a good fit, and that's fine.
And Matthew is saying rule 4 is no pores allowed. Um, I'm sorry.
Also true. Just kidding.
As somebody who's poor in Eve, I feel this. I feel this.
Oh, yeah.
So let me just kind of get to this last question. Are there any big accomplishments that Bovril has that you can talk about? I know chat kind of spoiled a vertical faction Fortizar that I
Oh, yeah.
was messing around with, joked what might be is it the penis star? Because it's the tall one. But
It's the Glente faction Fortizar. Yeah.
yes, yes.
It's funny. I bought it from G. I just bought it personally. I think it was 2 years ago, something like that. It was right before. all this stuff just started happening, and we, everything blew up and rebuilt. We rebuilt everything, which was good timing because not only was it cheaper, I think I only paid like 62 bill for it, and now they go for like
Oh
120 or
shit!
something. But
They're closer to
I looked,
180.
I looked last night. Yeah,
okay,
they're
I
200.
no,
like, geez,
I know
it's been
another
a few
goon,
months since I've looked.
another Goon Corp bought one for actually, sorry, for 220. 220 to 180, somewhere in there was that range that I've heard. So they are pricey. I think there's less than 150 in game still at this point. So I
Nice.
fully expect the cost to go up. But that is
Well,
Yeah,
it's an investment.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just out here flexing in our faction points.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
I mean, if we can't have I mean, if we can't have our own keep star, we might as well have that, right?
That's honestly, I think that's better than a keep star. Although you can't
I
dock the biggest toys there, but you can dock some cool shit.
It's
in
true.
It. So, I mean,
Yeah, but there's no VPC for it.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
And it's got good tether range anyway because it's so skinny.
that's true. And I'm being told it's not just an investment; it's a BOVRIL investment. I'm being corrected by Kepler.
It's free real estate.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry.
to answer your question, the
Yes.
I think our biggest achievement is that we're still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, the stability is important. It's very important.
Yeah.
It's a big achievement in itself, especially in this game.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, show me how many WoW guilds are still around after 12 years.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Dude.
especially when you have like kind of a shaky history like we have, I mean, like I was saying before, like Sadis was saying, it's like just make a new one. We're like, nah, we'll just keep pushing forward with this. We'll just brute force it forward.
Yeah, I mean, man, having 12 years of history and still going, still pushing, still going strong, and still having a grand old time. I know every time I pass somebody in BOVRIL, it's hi, hello people, it's hi friend. They're so friendly too. I love it.
Yeah, I think we have a pretty decent group of people. I think we usually kind of hanging around 100 actual like humans, but I think we're at about 85 or so. I think last I checked a week or two ago.
Yeah, it was like it was high 70s.
Yeah. But yeah, they're usually pretty friendly, and if they're not, those are usually the kind of usually the kind of people who like they might stick around. But those are usually the ones who are kind of not the right personality fit, and they kind of figure that out for themselves before we have to do anything about it. So yeah.
It's very fair.
We used to have one female for the longest time. She's still in our Discord, but she doesn't play anymore. But we have 0 females currently. But we had
Man.
one for like 8 years. Actually, no, we had two. We had two for a small amount of time.
See, I was the first female in the first Goon Corp that I joined. So, I got used to, my background, having lots of friends in military, I will keep up and take all the shit and dish it right back out. So,
It's good.
yeah, it's goons.
More
It's
fun that way anyway.
and if somebody doesn't give you shit, do they really like you?
That's what I tell people.
Like,
Like,
if
if
I
I didn't
don't
like it, I wouldn't talk to you.
if I don't like you, then I wouldn't give you shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's the funniest thing. Like in local earlier, if anybody saw that, you will laugh. But local, some like the amount of times it's in local and we're just shooting the shit, and I may or may not have messaged my Gooniversity boss and told them that they smell like dog poop. Just because they told me I smelled like a fart.
Wow.
Well, we're memeing, and we pass each other, and we just slightly dig at each other and have a little fun and go, "Hi, I'm still here," and it's great.
It's great.
So like if I've learned, especially in Goons, if people don't like you, they won't talk, or they won't give you shit. people giving you shit is kind of the way to tell that, hey, or oh, hey, you're good. We're Gucci. We're good here. Like,
Yeah.
It's the goon way, I feel like.
Totally agree. Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot different than, it used to be in Goons, and I don't really know about it from a long time, like long time ago. But we were, a lot of people when we were first trying to move, they were pretty anti-Goon because it was all, old stuff, myself included. It was all stuff from like, Something Awful and whatever all that old history
oh,
was.
yeah.
But more and more people were like, no, it's not like that anymore. I was like, oh, it's not? I'm like, no, you should actually look into it more. So I did. We all did. And we're like, oh, it seems kind of cool over there.
Yeah, that's
So it was
exactly
interesting. It's been a good time.
what I heard when I joined Goons is, oh, they're actually really cool. And everybody in
Yeah.
the very first corp that I joined were like, you should just stay in high sec and be. I'm like, dude, I like shooting people and mining and doing dumb shit. I can't do that in high
I mean, not
sec.
gonna lie, I played like by myself slash with my brother in high sec, just doing ice mining for
Yeah.
years, like for like 7 or 8 years, something like that. Well, a little less that technically, but it was great. But after a while, I was like, all right, I want to see what else is out there.
So I've been playing at this point about 10 months. I'm still under a year in game. But I was 26 days in high sec and went, I'm so done. I'm so done. High sec mining makes me want to gouge my eyes out with spoons. I am so done, and hopped on the train to nullsec and have not looked back, and absolutely, like, do not regret it. I love it, and I like shooting people, and you can't shoot people in high sec.
Yeah,
You
there's a lot
can't.
more flexibility to do things.
I can't fly my dread in high
Have more
sec.
fun.
Like,
Yeah.
let's go bowling and shoot everybody and have fun. Like, let's go do things.
Yeah, a lot more
So,
options. A lot more options.
yeah, I think
It's like, I mean, it's just more of the game that people, I mean, if you've only been in high sec and then going to low sec, this is a whole new kind of game. Low sec 2, for that matter, is an also very unique type of play style that I kind of skipped, honestly. But
yeah.
yeah,
I
it's fun out here.
I
Come play with us.
I too skipped the low sec, but yeah, come play with BOVRIL. Come hang out with these guys. They're really awesome. They're really really fun, really great people. Um, so with all of the questions kind of covered, is there anything that we missed? Anything you want to say? Anything that got skipped or missed, or anything that just you want to say before we close it out?
I would like to point out, because I was obsessed with this for years,
Here we go.
that finally, a few years ago, we are now 51% dangerous, 49% snuggly in Ezekiel board.
Watch out,
Hell
everyone.
yeah.
Beware.
Uh oh. The miners are coming.
Don't come knocking around these parts, okay?
The indie people are coming. Run. They praise Killhorn on stream. I don't know, Joshua. I don't know. That's a question, I guess.
I don't know.
Horn?
Praise Killhorn?
KLH.
Oh, Corn. I'm sorry. Corn. Sorry, I'm not actually reading it.
Corn. There we
Yes, blood for the blood god, skull for the skull throne, all that kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
40K.
we had a
The 40K reference
Yeah, we had a
Yes,
big 40K
yes.
obsession for many years.
for a while. I mean, up till like maybe 9 months ago, something like that.
Yeah,
Still,
I think it was like the first time we didn't name, like, the fact that we didn't name the faction for Desire something of like blood or skull or bone, something is just progress, I think.
I would say that's a slide backward, because I think I like 40K Warhammer 40K, but
Hey, I like to stay positive. Changes
this
should be
is
good
fair.
changes. That's
This is
why.
fair. This is very
There's
fair.
also still blood for the blood god.
Yes, we still praise Corn on stream, of course, always. Skulls for the Skull Throne.
Always.
Honey for the Honey Throne. Whatever the B one would for goons is, I don't know at this point. Maybe we'll figure that out.
B1.
But
Okay.
no, I'll
Good
figure
goon
that out
reference.
sometimes. I'll make a goon 40K reference. There we go. All right.
I finished the first Horus Heresy book like a week ago. So.
Oh. See, we have all the books in PDF form, and I have yet to go through them because I also have the Dragonlance books to read. So I'm sitting here with like 100 books in PDF form, and I'm just like, God damn it, this is gonna take forever. Okay, pull up my phone.
Good luck.
Just every now before bed, I just start reading, and I'm going through all of the things. And Cloudspit is absolutely correct. You can reach out to BOVRIL, see about joining them. I should have asked this beforehand. Can one of you send me a Discord link? So for people who are interested in joining, they can hop in there and come say hi and answer your questions and see about joining in.
I think I can do that. They can also join the in-game channel, BOVRIL New, and there is a link to it in there as well. Let me see if I can get this link without deleting it like I did last time.
It's okay.
Man, we had a link that had over like 1,000 hits, 1,200
I think,
hits
yeah.
on it, and he deleted it. Can you believe that?
Hey, you know,
No.
Discord has been going through some changes lately. It's not
Okay.
all my fault.
That's fair. Discord has been going through some changes.
I mean, it is, but
yeah, it has its moments. It's okay. It's okay.
like, why would they put that delete button right there?
I don't, dude. Some of the Discord shit, I question, and I'm like, I don't even know how to work this half the time. I'm lucky to know how to work the ones that I'm in, and yeah, like, it works. It works.
Also, there's no way to actually just straight copy this. I have to well, whatever. I'll get you the link. But
Yeah, you're good.
BOVRIL New in game. The link's in there. I promise.
There we go. You have heard it from Mineral himself. BOVRIL New in game. Same reason the bridge and jump button, bridge jump 2 button are right next to each other on Titans. Can't you move that? Or, okay, maybe not.
I did that.
But
I did that not too long ago.
I know somebody did it in a very expensive ship recently, and I went, oh god.
We had something like, I don't know, 30 freighters on me, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And then I just left, and they were like, hey, where'd you go? I was like, don't worry about it. I'll be back later.
I love hearing these stories. It's absolutely great, because I feel like I would be this person to do the same if... now, I can only fly a dread, but I have the feeling that I would do the same and just yoink, yeet. Oh, shit, hold on. Did I bring everybody with me? Nope. Okay. Gotta go back and haul my little ass back to...
Humbling. It's a humbling experience, and it makes me know that I will never, ever do it again.
Hey, it definitely is a learning thing for sure, and maybe CCP needs to see about moving those buttons around just a little bit. But
I think it'd be a good idea.
All right. With that, I will not take up any more of your time. Thank you, both Tablot and Mineral, for being willing to come and talk about BOVRIL and talk with me and hype up your core and let the community as Eve as a whole kind of see what you guys are and invite them to come and maybe come fly with you guys and have some fun.
Well, thank you for inviting us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. This was cool.
Yeah, anytime. And as always, oh, there's the link. I will
Figured it out.
spam this now. There you go. If you're interested in BOVRIL, this link that I'm spamming, go to it. That's their Discord. They're wonderful. You are welcome, Masashi. I love your little group. Every time I see you guys in local, in fleets, everybody is so nice. There have been some laughs, and I absolutely love BOVRIL. So I want to just again say thank you. And if your corp is interested in being talked about as a goon, or in the Imperium, shoot me a message. We will have a conversation and go through everything. But with that, I will tell everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming, and I will raid out.